Let's just hope I don't break out in hives.
The cholas, like, when I lose my panza, those ladies are not gonna have no chanza.
My stomach turns into a churro, not good.
Oh baby, I wanted you to be here.
Hey guys, Babzoobots here. I know it's been a while, and I got my buddy Aaron.
Back by popular demand.
Yeah, people actually like our chemistry, and they
That's
always
good.
want him back, which is good. So today we have the KFC, and everyone's getting like the chicken Cheetos one.
There we go. We got more light.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we do. And everyone's been talking about it. So you're ready to get it? So I'm about to do a taste test. This is the first time I've ever gotten this. I've been seeing it going around YouTube, and I'm like, you know what? That actually kind of looks good. And apparently that's the Cheetos sauce, Aaron. I know. I was about to do the same thing.
That can't be good for your health. This really can't be good for your health, honestly.
Let's just hope I don't break out in hives. The only time I ever okay. At one point, I used to eat Cheetos like every single day, like 3 years ago, for a whole entire year. Almost like 7 days a week. And...
Oh, shit. I dropped my mouth.
Wait.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go. Can you see this? And one day, out of the blue, I started breaking out in hives. It was like the weirdest thing ever. But...
Well, since I'm Mexican, and it was like every chola's fucking thing that they had all the time. It was fucking hot Cheetos back in the day in my high school all the time. So it's there with a giant ass fucking hoop ring, earrings on, and then their fucking clown makeup, and the fucking hot Cheetos with the long ass nails.
The chola.
The cholas, like, be eating that. They can eat that shit. They be eating that shit for days on end, dude. Lunch, breakfast, dinner, all that jazz, and just still not, and their asshole will not burn at all.
That's disgusting. Okay, I'm gonna take a bite. What do you think?
Straight up, it's like no difference from me putting my Doritos inside my turkey and cheese sandwich, honestly.
Oh yeah, you're like the only person that I know that puts Doritos in your sandwich.
Well, actually, it's not that bad. Hold on, take another bite.
It's like whatever. I mean, it's good. It's not something I would want to buy. Again, has mayo. Cheetos.
I think that's what kind of kills it a little bit, honestly.
The mayo?
Mm-hmm.
I know, I think they should have
if they put light mayo on this motherfucker, and then like maybe like real fucking like buffalo sauce, but like a light spread of buffalo sauce and the light mayo, I think it would be so much better. Not only that, I hate the fact that the commercials always make the foods look way better. This thing needs to be cram-packed with motherfucking Cheetos. Like, you need to go out and buy your own bag of Cheetos and just shove it in here, you know? That's what sucks.
I wish it had more...
I need more Cheetos.
Cheetos, like, sauce. Like, drizzle it.
And that's the sauce. Actual fucking Cheetos.
No, I know. I mean, with the Cheetos, more drizzle with sauce. Make it soggy. I don't know. But, yeah.
It's not that bad.
Yeah. It's not like, oh my god. I mean, I've always liked KFC, but...
I think the cheesy fries or the cheese fries things for Taco Bell are probably way better than this.
Oh, yeah. I had those twice.
So I've been talking to Babzoobots over here, talking about consistency. How we need to be consistently putting out these mukbangs.
I'm so sorry. I know. I was in a funk. I kind of was. Not gonna lie. I just was. And, my diet's gotten bad. Before, my diet was so good. When you guys first saw me, the first few videos, and I don't know what happened. Just, my diet's gone down to crap. My face is chewbled.
I haven't,
a little puffier.
Yeah, I haven't really been all the best with consistency either, honestly. So, as some of you guys know, I do have a podcast. It's a Cinema Space podcast.
When am I going to be on your freaking Cinema Space podcast since you're on my channel?
I don't know.
It's his way of saying, no, you ain't good enough.
Whatever, Beezy. Whatever. Anyways, basically what I was saying is that it took me a while to become very consistent with the podcast. So I'm pretty good at being very consistent with the podcast now. You can find my podcast on Podbean, Spotify, and iTunes. Shameless plug-in. Shameless plug-in is what I'm saying.
I'll put his info in the description.
But when it comes to other things in my personal life, it's very difficult to be consistent. I just started working out again for like the 6 billionth time. It is very hard. I get motivated. I end up going for it. I end up going hard. I do a lot of different techniques. I do a lot of different things. This last time I was doing things how I wanted to do them and everything was going fine until I reached to a certain point. I think I was going way harder than I should have. And then I slowed down. But now I'm back at it again. I'm kind of motivated again. I'm trying to get back into that fit body life again, you know, so I'm not having a huge old panza, you know.
Love that panza, man. No, I'm just kidding. I had an obsession with this panza. Sorry.
When I lose my panza, those ladies are not going to have no chanza.
Didn't you, like, post that recently or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
That meme you posted about the belly one, that was funny.
This is not helping at all whatsoever.
I mean, would you say I'm slim, skinny?
You are very slim.
Okay, I'm slim.
You are slim.
But I have a little
No.
mini panza, little pooch.
No.
No pooch?
Mm-mm.
We say mine is kind of flat-ish? Not really.
No, it's flat.
Oh, wow. I don't know. You're just trying to be nice.
Trying to get you a date. Get you a YouTube guy.
I'm good. The guy comes into my life. I'm trying to get him a stripper whore. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, please.
I'm kidding.
Snow cocoa for her ass, man.
Maybe you should bleep out the WH-O-R-E.
Are you serious? Because we were dropping F-bombs like the moment that we fucking started, and you want me to bleep out ass?
No, I said W-H-O-R-E.
Oh, the whore?
Yeah, the whole part.
Why?
Okay, fine. Actually, I'm going to give a shout out to Cowgirl ASMR. She was so funny.
Why is that?
Remember, she says that a couple of F-bombs here and there keeps the stress away or the doctors away or something.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty funny. That actually made me laugh. That was good. I showed it to Aaron. Aaron thought it was hilarious too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you should have chimed in too. That's okay.
It's your channel. So, again, the key to success to YouTube is definitely consistency, honestly. And given with that, you know, able to be consistent with your video uploads at a certain time, your editing and stuff like that, it can be overwhelming, it can be hard, but once you get the hang of it, once you get it down, you can definitely, you know, achieve whatever goal that you need to achieve, you know. I do plan to be 160 at one point, so I really do need to be consistent with my working out. Luckily for me that I didn't fully given up the last time you know, before I got back into working out again, you know. I was working out off and on, but I wasn't being consistent. So at least there was still some motivation there behind it, you know. And so, yeah, I would hit the gym like 1 day or 2 days out of the week, but I really want to hit like 5. I really like to hitting 5 days out of the week because I feel better, I feel more accomplished, I feel happier, I feel more motivated, and I really want to get back into that again, honestly. And it feels really, really good, and it feels really great, and I can't complain when I do, you know. Like I said too before, like it took me a very long time to also to be very consistent with my YouTube channel and with the podcast, because having to coordinate like 4 people, food's coming out of my goddamn mouth. What the fuck? having to coordinate 4 people in order to do this podcast is tough because everyone has different lives, everyone has a different schedule. But luckily for us is that even though we have 4 people, if 2 people could show up, hey, we're good enough for a show at least. So, I'm finally at the point now where I'm very consistent with my podcast, and I'm pretty stoked. We're getting listeners, and I want to keep growing it. I really, really want to keep growing it. I want to keep going with it. I love talking about movies all the time.
I'm a movie junkie.
Yeah.
Oh, once upon a time, I went to film school. I was going to be a filmmaker, a director,
Yes.
an actress. He's looking at me like,
You can barely even act.
I could do accents. That's acting right there. Yeah, like when I'm telling a story and I get into characters or a character, that's me acting. Boom, there you have it.
I can act, but only when I'm like chits and giggles and when I'm not serious. The
You know
only
what?
time I could ever really act, and then I always act like a dumbass in front of my kid when trying to tell stories and doing accents too. And she's like, "Dad, just stop." I'm like,
Really? Even little Cookie Monster says it? That's so cute. That's so funny.
I'm like, and we went through the mines of Moria, and she's like, "Dad, oh my god," and I'm like, "All right, I'm done. Go to bed."
Actually, I used to be a telemarketer. I used to get bored. And it would be, okay. It wasn't an hourly job. I was working for a mortgage company. And we had that same spiel that we had to say over and over.
Consistently.
Yes. And it was just redundant. But anyway, I get so bored. I started getting into characters. One of them was like a Filipino lady, a Chola, a Russian. E.T. photo. It was funny. And then I get so bored, we play the Chinese Confusion. Maybe that should be another story. Or should I say a little mini story? You know what? Okay, I'll say it. People are going to think I'm racist. It wasn't me who came up with this game. So there was this guy I used to work with. His name was Ryan. And he's like, hey, watch this. I'm like, okay, cool. What's up? So he goes and he'll call out of the state, like an Asian restaurant, like a Chinese restaurant. And the people couldn't like barely speak English. And so he's like, oh yeah, I want to order this and that and this and that. Hold on. My friend wants to order something. So he'll go and he'll transfer the call to a friend. It's like, okay, here's my friend. And then it rings to the person. And then the guy goes, hello. And like, with
the Chinese accent.
With the Chinese accent. It was just so funny. Like, what do you want to order? I'm like, hello, what? I don't want to order anything. And it was just funny. We do it over to like random people, and I'm like looking over my cubicle, just laughing my ass off. It's good times.
So when I was a teenager, I did a dumb thing with my friends, and we used to prank call people all the time. I literally had a guy. Food just coming out of my fucking mouth again.
Yeah, I saw that.
I literally had almost a guy had literally ordered Chinese pizza. So we called a random number out of the phone book. Yes, and this is back in the days, kids, when phones were connected to a landline. Like, they were connected to a wall. So you couldn't go anywhere with the fucking phone. So it was really funny. So the phone would ring, and I'd be like, hello, Chinese pizza, They'd be like, what about Chinese pizza? What would you like to order? It's like, what? And then the guy literally says, what is your specials? So I'm just like, oh shit, I've never gotten this far. So I'm just like, I said we had chow mein and pepperoni, and then we had chicken fried rice and like mushroom and something. Like shiitake mushrooms and something. And like, he's like, all right, hold on. And I think the guy could barely speak English because he ends up passing the phone to his daughter, and I started talking to her daughter, and it took her like almost it took her like about a minute to realize like it was a prank call. She's like, click.
That's so funny.
I mean, I was young, I was dumb, but like looking back at it, I shouldn't have done that. But I mean, like, we didn't have the technologies of what we have now. So I mean, like, it's how we passed the time. No one got hurt or anything like that.
Yeah, same with mine. No one got hurt.
It's not like today where it's just like, and no one really prank calls as much as you would think with like technology as it is. It's just more like rumors and gossip and other shit. And like it's surprisingly how these kids have just went from haha having fun outside to just like on their phones all the fucking time.
I know, it's so crazy.
Yeah.
When I was young, it was playtime outside. No
Yeah.
cell phones.
Your ass better be home before the lights come on.
Yep. I grew up pretty strict. My parents were pretty strict.
Not mine. Mine were pretty lax. I did a lot of dumb shit.
Yeah, I was like 21 or 20.
You're an adult.
Well, I know I was an adult, but
God
Yeah.
damn it.
or you go to like parties. I used to be a little raver back in my day, and yeah, I got in trouble, man, because I wouldn't call my mom. You know, no joke. My parents would be like, "Okay, your curfew is gonna be at 10 p.m." Okay, and I'm like, and I just wouldn't listen. True story, man. I know.
I was 16 and taking shots of fucking Jack Daniels. Like, what the fuck? But I mean, like what high school? I know that there's some high schoolers that haven't done that kind of stuff, and there's high schoolers that have done that kind of stuff. I don't condone or recommend kids fucking drinking or anything like that, but sometimes there's just certain things in our life that are just completely out of control. You know, my mom knew that one time I was going to a house party, and I told her I'm going to a house party. And she's like, all right, cool. If you get caught in trouble, call me to let me know you're okay. But if you're behind bars, I'm not picking your ass up. But call me to let me know that you're fine. So I'm like, okay, cool. It's fine. I didn't realize, like, how much people would drink. And I understood that, you know, I understood the concept of, like, you know, certain friends having problems. Some friends just want to do it because they want to be cool kids and all that other stuff. But what was really funny and, like, at the same time, very, I guess you would say fortunate and very lucky for me to learn CPR and first aid and all that stuff. Because a week prior to that party, I was taking a long course with my mom because my mom's was a safety coordinator for an explosive factory out in Hollister.
Wow.
Yeah, so, you know, I had to take the class there, too, because she needed more people for the class, so I told her, like, yeah, sure, I'll help you out, and I took the class. And a week later, I'm going to this house party, and then my mom's like, well, be safe, and she told me all that stuff, and I'm there. I drank a little bit, of course, but then I stopped because, like, I wasn't, you know, I still had to get back home and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, some of my friends were just starting to get close to, like, being blacked out drunk. I haven't dealt with that kind of stuff at all, though, but the amount of people that were hurting themselves and me having to, like, take care of people and go on full-on, like, kind of nurse mode and trying to figure out, like, how to just keep them, like, healthy and safe enough where they're not going to be, like, alcohol poisoning. You know, we did have one person in there that got blacked out drunk and was throwing up and was repeating, you know, I haven't drank in 4 years, I haven't drank in 4 years, and I haven't drank in 4 years. And I'm like, why were you drinking then? He's like, because it's fine. I'm like, all right, cool. Well, we finally got him, like, all situated. We had him down in the bed, and I finally got everyone, like, kind of sober, and we got everyone mellowed out and stuff like that because everyone got paranoid for some fucking reason. But we were kids. Again, we were kids. Literally at 4 o'clock in the fucking morning, the guy that was blacked out drunk was awake in his fucking underwear at the desktop, on the computer, on the guitar, playing. And I looked at him and I'm like, are you okay? And he's like, yeah, dude, I just haven't drank in 4 fucking years. I know, you've been saying that like a fucking broken record. And he's like, really? Because I don't remember saying that. And I'm like, oh my God. Oh. But yeah, like, literally, like, within hours, he was just, like, up, fine, like, nothing have ever fucking happened. Like, no hangover, no nothing. He was just, like...
That's cool.
But then again, he did throw all that shit up, though. But he passed out, and I guess when he woke up, he was like, I'm okay now, guys. Look at me. But I'm like, I don't want to. You're in your underwear.
That's so funny.
I had this, and there was this other girl, too, at the same party that was so fucking hilarious. She wasn't really drinking as much as the other kids were, but she was like super fucking paranoid. Like, super paranoid.
The cops were gonna come or something?
No, they weren't gonna come. She was getting picked up by her mom.
Oh, wow.
She got in a fight with her fucking boyfriend, and so I was just like, okay, whatever. And her mom was coming down. Her mom and her dad were going to come over and pick her up, and she was like, oh my God, am I too drunk? You need to calm down, breathe, and relax. And she's like, I need you to check my eyes. I'm like, what? And the only reason why she told me to do that is because my other friend, Jeff, was, he was getting drunk a lot too and stuff, and he couldn't barely walk, and he hit his head really hard on the wall. And I'm like, oh my God. So I'm like, are you okay? Can you see? How many fingers am I holding up? And I shined the light on his eyes. His eyes weren't dilating. I'm like, dude, you're drunk. You need to sit down and you need to lay down, you know? And he's like, okay. And then, again, some other kid too tripped and fucking fell out. So I'm over there the same way too, checking to see if he's okay, checking if he has his eyes. I had to ask the person that threw the party, I'm like, do you have a first aid kit? He's like, no. I was like, why? He's like, well, no one's bleeding yet, but I'd rather have it, you know, just in case, you know, you get the one kid that's going to be fucking dumb. You know, and he's like, all right, cool. And then Jeff's like, Aaron, what? Check my eyes. Check my eyes again. Like, oh my God. Also, anyways, back to the girl. She's telling me, check my eyes. So I'm checking her eyes. I'm like, your eyes they're not too heavily dilated. You can still see some movement in it. Just calm down, relax. You're panicking for no fucking apparent reason. You know, she's like, okay, I'm just going to play it off of like I'm tired. I'm like, okay, do whatever you need to do. Do whatever you need to do. I gotta stay here with these other guys anyways. And I called my mom and I told her, like, you know, thank you for, you know, giving me all the CPR lessons and stuff like that. You know, I'm putting a lot of it to use and stuff. She's like, okay, cool, but I'm still mad at you because you didn't come back home. And I'm like, well, I'm taking care of a bunch of dumbass kids. She's like, is any adult gonna come back over there? It's like, nope.
Jeez.
Yeah. Some of these kids were even older than I was.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question. So, for you, for everyone. What? Okay, you said consistency, right? Yeah. So, where we live, where I live, well, you know what, same county. Every Tuesday here, we have the farmer's market. And I was thinking maybe on Tuesdays, I could do like farmer's market Tuesday food. You know, I'll pick something. And then like throughout the week, I can like just do random stuff, you know, not challenge. I can't do anything spicy. I don't have a gallbladder. That's like a whole different story time about my gallbladder.
We'll have to talk about it on the next.
Yeah,
Mukbang.
It's long, kind of long, but yeah, God, that was. And so I can't eat like, well, okay, I love greasy food and I love dairy, but I can't eat dairy or else my stomach turns into a churro and not good. What? It's the truth.
It doesn't do a churro. I'm dying.
And yeah, so that's my little dilemma with my situation. Not having a gallbladder. Oh, and I also get drunk a lot faster too.
Oh, I've seen it firsthand.
Yeah.
2 shots, two shots and a half, and she's fucking done.
Done skis, as you would say.
Done skis, man.
As you would say. Yeah.
I remember one time I went out, before I met you, I went out with my buddy. I went out with Andrew and Paul. Mm-hmm. I must have ate, what the fuck did I eat? I think I had like burritos and like 3 tacos or something like that. Not from Taco Bell, fuck that. Like actual real like Mexican food. Mm-hmm. And I had like probably like 9 to 7 Jack and Cokes.
Oh my gosh, were you drunk? Were you faded? What?
Far fucking from
How
it,
is
man.
it that when we first hung out the first time and the second time you got drunk?
Because I probably didn't eat anything.
We had sushi the first time.
Yeah, but I also had sake too.
Yeah, we both had sake.
Well, because of sake, that's why.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because you had like 2 Jack and Cokes or 1 whiskey sour or something.
I had maybe like 2 whiskey sours, 2 Jack and Cokes, a beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had like 3 drinks. I was like, I'm done.
I know. Just remember, please be 21 and over to drink. Don't be underage drinking. I mean, I don't condone it, but.
I remember when the bartender asked me, like, do you want another drink? I'm like, no, thank you. And she thought, like, I wanted another. And she got me another drink. I'm like, I said, no, thank you. She's like, well, can't do nothing about it. Remember? So we had to drink it anyway.
Yeah, but you didn't pay for it, huh?
I did.
No, you didn't.
You paid for it.
No one paid for it.
No, she put it in our freaking bill. I remember.
I don't remember shit.
I do. I'm like, really? Whatever.
What a bitch.
It's whatever.
But I drink it anyway, so.
Yeah, I drink like a few sips. I'm like, I can't. I gotta drive home.
I'm like water.
I know.
I'm like, tastes like mother's kisses.
That's right. It was a vodka tonic.
I didn't have your vodka tonic.
Yeah, you did. You had to drink it fast too.
Oh fuck.
You're already like buzzed, but then it got you buzzed more. Drunker.
Buzzard.
Buzzard.
Buzzard. Yes.
So yeah, what do you guys think? You know, like I was just to.
I know we get sidetracked way too much, man.
We go on tangents, man. But it's cool. It's cool. What do you think?
I think what we should, if you want to Tuesdays, farmers market. That's cool. We can do that one wrap.
Yeah.
The chicken teriyaki wrap, or the chicken masala wrap, or
the non-wrap. Oh, that was so good.
Oh my god, it's to die for.
Yes.
Yeah.
I introduced him to it that one time, and he just loved it.
Yeah, it was really good.
Dude, your
super
mom,
good.
she would love it.
Oh yeah, I know my mom would love it. My mom loves Indian food and stuff. But I think that's probably about it since we're done with our food, right?
We're pretty much done. Just drinking my Dr. Pepper.
Yes. So let us know down in the comments below if you guys think we should do the farmers market every Tuesday. If that's a good idea, or a bad idea, just let us know. I mean, we're open to other foods and stuff like that. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the bell at the top right-hand corner to be notified when the next video's up. Babzu Bots.
Babzu Bots.
Where can they find you?
Oh, you guys can find me at I don't even
ruin your exit and outro.
You know what? I have not posted on my grams.
You gotta get on it. Oh, we should have done that.
You know what my slogan on my Instagram is? I'm like the female version of Charlie Sheen without the drugs. He thinks I'm not. He has not seen the real side of me.
Oh no, I've seen you
crazy.
drunk.
I'm crazy in a good way. Hey, I'm just like he is my spirit animal. Charlie Sheen is my spirit animal.
Crazy ex-girlfriend, kind of. We'll have to tell you that story another day too, because that was fucking hilarious at the bar.
Me?
Yeah, the girl at the bar. Oh my god. Okay, I know. We're just building up anticipations for the next story. So
yeah. So you can give them a little snippet.
Nah.
Is it about me?
We'll get on it. We'll get on it the next time that we have a mukbang.
Oh my god.
And stuff.
I'm
but
so embarrassed.
Nah, don't be.
You embarrassing me.
I'm embarrassing myself because anyways, you guys can go ahead and find me at Cinema Space Podcast on Twitter at Cinema Space Pod. You guys go ahead and find me on Facebook and Vero at the Cinema Space Podcast, and then of course you can go ahead and find our podcast on iTunes, Spotify, and Podbean.com.
Mine is Babs Ubats on Instagram. The way how I have it spelled is how I go. Anyways. Bye, guys.
Bye.